Because we know Cam Newton can play. We know Cam Newton can ball. And we need to see him a little more, play a little bit more better. Play better. That's what we need to see. And the Cowboys and getting off the football, let me be a little brief with the Cowboys. With the Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott, they gotta make up their minds. What is going on? Like, seriously, how many times? Like, one week, Ezekiel is serving the suspension. Next week, he's not serving the suspension. Next week, he suffers a suspension. Next, they appeal the process. The next week, they're not appealing the process as far as what's going on. What is going on with Ezekiel Elliott? And mind you, out of all the time that is going on, not one time Ezekiel Elliott never claim his innocence. As far as what happened last summer. All now he ever claim his innocence. All now. If I'm Ezekiel Elliott, and you're proving to me, and it proving to me more and more that you're not innocent, you're better off. You're better off. Close your mouth and take the suspension. Because if you were innocent, you would have speak on it a long time ago, but you haven't. All you will be hearing is how they put a restraining order is one story after the next. Then he gonna face a suspension. He's not gonna face a suspension. He's gonna face a suspension. It's too many back and forth since August, since the beginning. I should say since training camp. As a matter of fact, they need to make up their minds. Seriously. They need to spend a little time. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say on that. As far as the ratings, it's amazing how the ratings last week World Series between the Game 5 between the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Dodgers have beat Sunday Night Football Pittsburgh Steelers, who should be America's team, against the Detroit Lions. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers by huge ratings, thanks to the crazy game. And what these ratings for the NFL has been atrocious. And I'm saying to myself, what the heck has happened to the NFL? This league is hurting right now, in the words of Jerry Jones. This league is hurting right now. And somehow, some way, they got to figure out about what they're going to do ratings-wise. Because the ratings is really, really awful. It really has. It's been atrocious. It really has. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe take out Thursday night. Maybe it's too many primetime games now. Maybe that. or the game five. And we all know the game five of the 2017 World Series was a damn good one. Or maybe the games need to be a little bit better. But something got to be better. Something got to be better. But on that note, let's move on to the college football as Ohio State as the official college football playoff polls come in. And yes, noted we have a new number one team in the land, and no, it's not Alabama. Alabama's number two, Clemson number four, Notre Dame number three, and number one are the Bulldogs of Georgia. The first time the Georgia Bulldogs is number one since Herschel Walker won the Heisman in 1982. Is this Georgia Bulldogs are good enough after they destroyed Florida last week? Are they good enough? They're good enough to win the East. Are they good enough to beat Alabama in the ACC championship? Time will tell, and we shall see. Because November football, as we know, is going to get more intense. It's going to be more crazy. You think October football, college football, is going to be crazy? I think it's far from over. We think we saw Ohio State and Penn State last week. Well, we got the Bedlam game. We got huge games this weekend for college, as far as in the world of college football is concerned. We got the primetime SEC game on Channel 2, on CBS 2, I believe, is LSU and Alabama. It's not the same. It's not the same as Les Miles is there. I don't know why they keep putting it as a primetime game. But LSU has been the only team in the West besides Auburn has played Alabama tough. They always play Alabama tough. So always get something gotta give. So we look forward to that. You have the Bedlam game, Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State. This is the earliest Oklahoma State has played ever in this rivalry, because it's always played during Thanksgiving. But this is the earliest. Maybe because it has something to do with the Big 12 championship is coming back. We have Ohio State after their big win against Penn State against Iowa. And also we have let's see, USC versus Arizona. And if you're a USC fan like myself, after blowing out Arizona State, let's say they keep that winning streak continues against Arizona. Now USC can't afford to lose any more games. They cannot afford to lose any more games. So let's hope they keep that. They get a second winning streak after they face Notre Dame. And as far as college football is concerned, SEC, the biggest game of all, in my mind, and it's in the ACC conference, is North Carolina State hosting Clemson. The winner of that game, obviously, will be out of the SEC, as far as the SEC conference going for the national championship is concerned. It's going to be it's a huge game, obviously. A huge SEC state has played in quite a while after getting blown out by Notre Dame. How SEC state, how the Wolfpack is going to respond? And will Clemson, after having a big win against Georgia Tech last week, will their winning streak continues? And This is the thing about college football. College football is awesome, and things will continue on as the season goes along. And on that note, that's going to do it for this edition of the Drew Mania Live podcast. Follow my show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. I'm gonna on the next week. I'm gonna be out for the last couple of days, so you might have my episodes next week. And you can always come and listen to my show on Spreaker Live, and on Spreaker Podcast. This is Andrew Perry, as always, saying shalom and let peace go with you. And I'll talk to you in the next Drew Mania Live. So long, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your football and enjoy your weekend, everybody. Goodbye for now.